everyone. I'm Phil Hardy. This is my beautiful bride, Ruth. And we do want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. Actually, I've written two novels, Lone Oak and Bench to Smile. They both have the same main character, who is James Hardy. Lone Oak has actually been converted into a screenplay. Awesome. We're gonna read you a little bit of dialogue from that screenplay. So if you would go back with me and Ruth in the late 1800s, in the middle of Wyoming. Imagine, if you will, a soft moonlit night in the foothills of central Wyoming. Stars dot the black from the velvet sky of the night like so many diamonds. There's a babbling brook, and the whippoorwill issues its unmistakable whip, whip, whippoorwill, whippoorwill, whippoorwill call into the evening air. There's a slight breeze as gentle as a stroll along the stream. Jim had been out hunting earlier and returned with a minor injury caused by a bullet that was intended to kill him. He had found his quarry. Elizabeth had patched him up, imagining the injury was caused by a fall from his horse or some other minor mishap. She doesn't know that Jim's injury was inflicted by the now deceased long-range killer, Haskell. Hello, microphone. We now join the young couple. Please forgive me, I'm no longer young, but my wife is still young and beautiful. We now join the young couple as they walk along the creek near the SRS Ranch building. Elizabeth, I have some things I need to tell you. Not all of them are as good. As a matter of fact, most of them are pretty bad.
Jim, what can possibly be so bad? We have some fresh stock. Randy's on the mend. Whitey says we're in better shape than we've been in a long time. And a lot of it's you're doing. What can possibly be wrong?
It's me. I'm what's wrong. There's blood on my hands. Too much blood. Too many deaths.
But Jim, you've never looked for a fight. You're a good man. What are you saying? I don't understand.
Nah, I'm just a man, and not always a very good one. I've killed men before. Some without any remorse. Others because they just stood in the way of what I wanted. Always within the bounds of the law.
Jim, that was the past. What's wrong? What are those stars from?
Nah, it's not the past. I went out today hunting for the rustlers, and I knew that when I left, it would be dangerous, and I might have to kill again. There wasn't anybody else I could ask to go, and even if there was, I wouldn't have asked them. And when I get back, you make all that fuss over me because what I had done. I killed a man today. True, he tried to kill me first, but I knew what I was hunting when I left.
You mean that's a bullet wound? I thought you'd been thrown. Oh, Jim, you could have been killed.
But I wasn't, and I killed again.
And thank God you weren't killed. I couldn't have taken it if it had been you that was killed.
At this time. They're smooching, and all kinds of other good stuff. Jim pushes away. No, I can't. I mean, we can't. I have to leave the ranch. I can't let this happen.
What do you mean you can't let this happen? Aren't there two of us? Don't I get a say in this matter? Do you think that you can play with my feelings and decide on your own?
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. You saw the scars. I was a killer. I'm James Hardy. Doesn't that name mean anything to you? Haven't you heard before? I can't ask you to have feelings for me. I don't deserve it. I'll wrap things up so you can keep your ranch and it'll be safe. But I can't stay myself. Don't you see? Everyone I loved has been killed. My father, my mother, my sister, preacher, all dead, all murdered. If Whitey had followed me sooner today, he would have been killed too. Don't you see?
No, I don't see. I don't care about the ranch. I never thought I could have feelings again after Samuel died. Now I think I could have some feelings. And you tell me no, not because you don't care, but because you do care. That doesn't make sense.
It does when you know the whole story. When I was just a kid, my whole family was slaughtered by a gang of outlaws. I was shot, beaten, knocked unconscious, and left for dead. I came to just in time to see my little sister ridden down like a dog in the street. I knew before then that there was evil in the world, but I never knew exactly how evil it was. Okay. Got some duct tape, we can fix this. But I never knew how evil things could be until that day. I won't give you all the details, but I got many of the scars I carried that day at the hands of those responsible for the killing of my family. I learned something that day. I learned how to hate. And I hunted down all but two of those responsible for my family's murders. I killed all of them plus more without a second thought.
You don't have to tell me. It's in the past. You're not that man anymore.
I'm not him, but that old nature still comes out. I've killed too many to count. I've done so much evil, and even though I know God has forgiven me, it still shaped me into a man who can hurt another or take a life. How can I expect you to have feelings for a man like that?
You're carrying a heavy burden. Let me know.
No, I can't.
Jim, I'm so sorry you've been through so much pain and loss. That doesn't mean that it was all there for you. I don't believe God wants you to be alone in your life because that's what some cowards have done to you years ago. Or because you lost your way. He brought you back to himself for something. I just know it.
I still don't know what that something is, but until I do, I can't ask anyone to share my journey. I'll leave Whitey in charge. The boys who are here work for me. They'll follow his instructions to the letter. I'll be gone by tomorrow, but not too far until the wrestling can stop. I'll make sure of that.
You can't just leave.
You see, Elizabeth, I did something I promised myself I would never do. I fell in love with you. Now I have to go. I can't stay. I'll be too close to you, and I couldn't take being that close without there being a future.
Isn't it? That's it. You're afraid to get close to me because you might get hurt. Well, that's part of life, and you can't just run away. That hurts even more. Jim's Hardings, I never thought you were a coward.
I'm a realist, not a coward. A coward would take the easy road, which would be to stay here with you. But you can't see that.
You're right, I can't see that. Allowing yourself to have feeling face guts, and you're running from them.
God, why didn't I see what was happening? Why did I let her get so close? I heard her, and all I was trying to do was protect her.